both for the British judicial system and for many of Julian Assange's supporters who were sitting in court.
You're among those supporters, and I believe you yourself have actually pledged money towards his bail. Is that right?
I have a modest amount just to show solidarity and support. And my name was offered by the lawyers, but the judge picked on 3 names, and that was that. So our surety wasn't needed, but I certainly did offer it, because I have no doubt that there's no question of him absconding.
There has been an issue as to whether that money would actually be paid over in time for him to be released today, but as far as you're aware from the court hearing, is that going to be a problem or not?
Well, what the judge said today was that the money, it was sufficient for him, that the money was paid into the account of the lawyer, and he would accept the lawyer's word. And once Mark Stevens assured them that the money was in his account, in the firm's account, Assange would be released.
What do you think the motivation was of the Swedish authorities in opposing bail? Do you think that was done purely on judicial grounds?
I don't believe that, and I don't think most people do. I think it was vindictive, punitive, to punish him not for the charge of a sort of minor charge of sexual assault, which they investigated once and rejected, and then they started it up again. I think, and most people do, to be honest, that the Swedes are acting on behalf of a bigger power behind the scenes. I mean, if you see Time magazine, the man of the year is Julian Assange, and his face is gagged with the stars and stripes. And I think that's who the Swedes are probably acting for. He's being punished, discredited, attempting to discredit him, not for this, but for WikiLeaks, to show this is the sort of guy he is, how can you trust him?
He still has to fight extradition, though. How powerful a case do you think he has?
Well, he has a very strong case. The question is, what about the European laws which are in motion, which say that when a grade 1 Euro state demands that someone be extradited, it's done. I mean, normally this is done for the most trivial of reasons. You have hundreds of Poles being deported every day because they haven't paid their overdraft, etc., and so they're sent back on the next plane to Poland, which is a misuse of the law anyway. But in his case, it's much more sinister. And I hope he's safe wherever he is, and that the real case, if they want to mount it, is not for this, but for revealing information that they didn't want to be revealed.
Tariq Ali, thank you very much indeed for giving us your reaction to the news that Julian Assange has indeed been granted bail. We understand that at the moment there are discussions